thank you for watching. This is Eric Thompson. I am the owner and lead financial advisor of Peerless Wealth. We are an SEC registered investment advisory firm headquartered in Columbus, Ohio. So about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, I did a video titled Louis Vuitton, Buy the Company or Buy the Bag. And it got way more views than probably all my other videos combined. So I'm like, okay, this maybe I'll start doing some other ones on this. And what I did is I compared, I actually had a purse that I bought my wife 6 or 8 years ago. And I compared investing, I compared buying a $5,000 Louis Vuitton bag every year to investing $5,000 every year into Louis Vuitton stock, which is a publicly traded company. The owner of Louis Vuitton is one of the richest men in the world, and he's the richest man in France. And to review the numbers, I did $5,000 a year for 20 years, $100,000. So you could have $100,000 of used Louis Vuitton bags, or if you put it in Louis Vuitton stock, that $100,000 would have grown to $634,000, which is an average return of over 15% a year. So I'm doing another one. Ferrari, buy the car or buy the stock? You probably know the answer, but are interested in how the numbers shake out. So to give you a little bit of background on Ferrari, they are a renowned Italian luxury sports car manufacturer, and they actually spun off from Fiat about 10 to 11 years ago. And shortly after that, Fiat and Chrysler merged. So they spun off Ferrari into its own company and its own publicly traded stock, and the symbol is RACE, R-A-C-E, makes sense. So 10 years ago, a new Ferrari, not even their best one, kind of an entry-level to mid-level Ferrari, would have been about $250,000. Now, when I did the Louis Vuitton video, I actually had a bag that I bought for my wife, and I could demonstrate that. I do not have a Ferrari that I can show you right now, but I think this is going to illustrate the same type of point. So you could put $250,000 buy a Ferrari car 10 years ago. Now, unlike most automobiles, that car today, if you took care of it and only drove it, a few thousand miles a year, would probably still be worth maybe $200,000 to $250,000. Those cars have actually held their value. Please don't kid yourself into thinking they're going to go up in value, but they have approximately held their value. Or you could buy $250,000 in Ferrari stock. In 2015, that stock was $56 a share. As of today, the stock is $457 per share. That's an 800% return in 10 years, or 8 times your money, roughly. So $250,000 would have grown to about $2 million. So that's 21% a year. So you could have a used Ferrari, have had some fun, or you could have $2 million of Ferrari stock. Now I think you know which one is better. What this really highlights is what I call opportunity cost. It's not necessarily all about what something costs. It's about what it costs and what that money could be worth 5, 10, 20 years from now. And I think this is especially relevant on luxury purchases. I don't think about it when I'm grocery shopping or when I'm putting the gas in the car or those type of everyday necessities. But if I'm about to plunk down a significant amount of money on something, I always think to myself, okay, yeah, it's 10 grand, but what's this going to be years from now? Now, it's probably not going to do as well as Louis Vuitton stock or Ferrari stock. Louis Vuitton averaged 15.5% a year. That was a year and a half ago. By the way, Louis Vuitton's gotten hit lately. I think they're down about 30-40% from their peak, partially because of potential Chinese tariffs. They make a lot of their products in China, so there's thought that the demand would fall off on that. Ferrari, not the case. It's still doing well because it doesn't really matter for that company. And I'm not advocating you put it all in one stock for the exact reason that Louis Vuitton has dropped quite a bit lately, so there's a lot of risk in one company. But if you just put it in what I call America's best 500 companies, the S&P 500 index, that's averaged about 10% over the last several decades. And you do the compounding on that, and you'll find that you almost get, even if you can afford it. The other thing I talked about in the Louis video was I have no problem with people buying that stuff if you have all your other ducks in a row financially. You got your retirement funded. If you got kids, you got their college, enough. You got proper insurance, all of that. Go ahead and buy it. But I think what you'll find is if you think about this opportunity cost and what it could be, even when you can afford it, you might think twice, because it's really fun watching your money grow. Ferrari, buy the stock or buy the car? Buy the stock. Thanks again for joining me. We'll see you next time.